My name is Jeff Mullin. I'm the Director of Franchise Sales with PostNet. So I oversee all of the development for PostNet, both here domestically in the United States and throughout the world. At PostNet, we've been using the Pipeline Catalyst since September of 2009, and we've really had a great experience utilizing the system. It's been a pleasure as far as working with the folks, and really transitioning from our previous system into the new one has been really easy and painless so far. Well, with PostNet, we were utilizing a database company that was very well respected in the franchise community, and we were happy with them. They did a very good job. But what we found with the Pipeline Catalyst is that it was a much more complete system. And by complete, what I mean by that is, number one, it was much more user-friendly and interactive with our potential candidates. And number two, the back-end side of it for management and understanding and utilizing the tool and our metrics was much, much more engaging and much more complete. So we've been extremely pleased with that side of the Pipeline Catalyst so far. Well, when utilizing the licensing executive dashboard with the Pipeline Catalyst, the features are really tremendous. Number one, when we're looking at all of our sources, we can really study how our entire team is regarding the effectiveness of moving people through our pipeline. So we can really, from all the sources that we have, we can see who are the best sources, who are some ineffective sources, and it really helps me from a management standpoint to understand who we should be utilizing and who we should not. It really helps me to balance our budget from a sales perspective, to really make sure that we are using our dollars effectively. That's the main thing that I really enjoy about the Pipeline Catalyst. It's very effective as far as managing our metrics from the perspective of the sources that we utilize. When it comes to the prospects experience utilizing the Pipeline Catalyst, I've really found a tremendously, overwhelmingly exuberant response of how interactive the system is. So, for instance, when they engage in the process with us, it is very engaging. It's something that keeps them very well balanced with us. It keeps it very interactive and really keeps them engaged all the way through the entire process. So I get rave reviews from my prospects. Some of them actually tell me that because of the system that we have and the process we have, they're very excited to work with us as a franchisor once they become a franchisee. Pipeline Catalyst really keeps our prospects engaged in the process. Each step along the way, every step is very interactive. So there are videos and there are interactive pieces, and that really fits with today's media that our prospects are accustomed to, and it ties it in very well. It makes us look very, very smooth as far as our technology and those types of things, but also it keeps them engaged from the perspective of they always feel ownership of the process. So each step along the way, they have their tasks to do and their rating from each of the sections that we have, and it really keeps them engaged. It's their process. It's not mine. It's not PostNet's process. It's the client's It's the client's process, and because of that, it really enables them to take ownership of it, and they get engaged much, much more quickly than with our previous process, and they remain engaged throughout the entire process. Pipeline Catalyst really sets us apart from other franchise opportunities. Our space is very competitive, and it has been for many years because it's a very profitable industry. And with PostNet, we really want to differentiate ourselves right away from our competition. And the Pipeline Catalyst really helps us to do that. From right away, before even a representative has a chance to contact the prospect, they're engaged in the process. And we try to contact them, obviously, very, very quickly to get them engaged in speaking with us. But even before we have the opportunity to speak with them, whether it be on a Sunday when they request the information or sometime late in the evening, they get this information right away from the Pipeline Catalyst about PostNet, and they get engaged right away. And this really sets us apart. The competitors that we have nothing like this. And the Pipeline Catalyst is such an engaging process for them, and it's a process that our prospects can take ownership on. So it really sets us apart far and above from the other organizations. And frankly, it keeps them engaged throughout the entire process. So if they do start, if we're working for a week or two with them in our process, and then they start to speak with other people, as soon as they compare processes, there's no comparison whatsoever. Ours stands head and shoulders above our competition.